Shalom, shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praises unto YAHAWAH, Hashem, Yahawashi, Hashem, Rakakwadash. Shalom to my YAHAWAH who are diligently waiting to be delivered from this final captivity. This is Brother Kawa Cup coming at you with another lesson. Today, let's get this for Slakia. Today's lesson, we're going to be going into this video, alright, where it's about this whole atheist thing. The problem, Psalm chapter 14 verse 1, the fool has said in his heart, there is no God, they are corrupt, they have done abominable works, there is none that doeth good. Alright, so I really, the thing is I really want to get into the things that he said, the things that he was saying, because the Bible does in fact kind of explain, but the problem is that people, or Slakia, a majority of people don't truly understand. All right, so let's watch the video.
And he's not just, he's not thorough, he's not 100. He don't keep this shit 100% with us, because I would like to bring something to your attention right now. I need you to understand that God punishes us for what someone else fucking did, right? We're born into sin. We're born unclean. We're born unworthy because of what they fucking did, right? Adam and Eve were just humans. These were two. We are damned because of what they fucking did. You may not know this, and that's cool. I'm here. That's what I'm here for. Get this fucking work. God does not reward you for what others do, right? If you're like, let's say you have a great uncle or a grandmother. If your grandmother, rest her soul, if your grandmother has died and went to heaven and she did what she needs to do to get her salvation or her heavenly bliss or whatever the fuck, their paradise, there we go. If your grandmother is in heaven right now, or your great grandmother or your great great grandmother, if they're in paradise right now, I need you to understand that them doing good or them making it to heaven gets you shit, right? You do not get rewarded for what your people did. Your grandmother, your ancestors. I'm gonna say ancestors for the sake of the video. You do not get rewarded for what your ancestors did, but you get punished for what your ancestors did. Oh, let me cook these niggas. Yo, this.
Alright, Saki, I really don't want to hear anymore. He annoys me. But anyway, I want to get into the things that he was saying. So he was saying that you don't get rewarded for what your ancestors did, but you get punished for what your ancestors did. And from a carnal perspective, alright. Slaki, there's multiple things. So the first thing is just we can see through current observations that Edomites, they are benefiting for what their ancestors did. You see that they enslave people and they're profiting off of that. So number one, he's already wrong in that sense. Number two, just on a carnal perspective, let's say if you are rich, all right, and you have a child, after you die, that child is going to take all your riches. So that child is being hard work that you did, all right. So that's another thing that basically cuts it. So next, let's get into this actual scripture on the spiritual side where he's just off. All right. I just forgot what I was about to say, or I was about to search up. So for Slack, let me retrace my steps. Basically, for okay, yeah. So Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 15, but it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy power, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. Alright, Slakia, basically, if we are not going to listen, if we're not going to heed the words of the Lord YAHAWASHI, then curses are going to fall upon us. All right, now which funnily enough the brother did in this lesson that the brother did, he does bring this precept up. So let's get this out quickly, and then I'm going to get into some more. Ezekiel chapter 18 verse 20, the soul that sinneth, it shall die. The son shall not bear the iniquity of the father, neither shall the father bear the iniquity of the son. The righteous of the righteous shall be upon him, and the wicked of the wicked shall be upon him. Now we see and hear that if the father is wicked, then the father is going to receive the judgment for what he did. The son's not going to suffer for the father. And by extension, if the son is wicked, the son is not going to the father is not going to suffer for the son. All right. Now there is this big thing which has been a very reoccurring theme. All right, in recent times, where you have a lot of people that rebel against their parents. So when their parents are trying to teach them, trying to lead them, let me get that. As a matter of fact, right quick, I have to be quick about this Slakia. Proverbs chapter 22 verse 6. Train up a child in the way that he should go, and when he is old he will not depart from it. So when you have a child, you're supposed to train up the child the right way, the way that they should go, but and not letting them go off. All right, but a lot of Israelites or just people in general in this, more so in this time, are going against, because that's the spirit that Esau has put on people in general, not just the Israelites but all nations of people, which everyone has been following after the doctrine of Esau Edom. Now, as a result of that, because we didn't follow after our ancestors, the righteousness of our ancestors, which is following the words of YAHAWAH, then we have to be punished. On top of that, right? Let me get this, because the scriptures are not contradictory. All right. Numbers chapter 14, verse 18, the Lord is long-suffering and of great mercy, forgiving iniquity and transgression, and by no means clearing the guilty, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation. So the understanding is that when, let's say, someone murdered someone, all right, that person might live their entire life and not answer for the murder of one person or multiple people, whatever. All right, the thing is that the Lord is going to make them pay in their next lifetime, and this is the thing. The reincarnation is in the scriptures. All right, I already made a video on this. I'm not going to do it now, but just briefly, suffer for, as we had read in Slakia, as we had read in Deuteronomy 28 verse 15. Okay, the Lord's not going to where is it? Bear with me. Where is it? I just read it. Okay, yeah, Ezekiel chapter 18 verse 20. Slakia. So the Lord's not going to make one person suffer for for someone else. All right. So as a result of that, when you die, okay, you get reincarnated as either your grandchild or your great grandchild and whatnot. It's just what's it called? It's not going to be like you have a grandchild and then while you're alive, that's your grandchild's you. It's the spirit is going to return to Yahawadah, and then it's going to be sent back into the spirit of what's it called? Whoever is born while you're dead, after you've died. All right. So it's kind of like that, and on top of that, it's just the sins that you committed in your previous lifetime, going against Yahawadah, you're going to answer for all that. And that's why we have to go through all the stuff that we're going through now. This is the punishment, because we were rebellious towards Yahawadah, because we served other gods. That's why we're in captivity now and we're suffering, as the Deuteronomy 28 verse 15 says. Okay, because we didn't hearken unto the voice of Yahawadah, even though a lot of us grew up in Christianity, which also, I guess, in a way, not necessarily in a way, but also Christianity is kind of like not knowing that it's not, we're not actually serving YAHAWAH because at the end of the day, Christianity, it primarily stems from, Esau bastardizing and iconoclasting it to fit their agenda / their beliefs. All right, because the Christians, they don't follow what the scriptures say. All right. Now, with that being said, Slakia, getting back into the actual topic, going back into what the carnal aspect of it. 2 Corinthians chapter 12 verse 14. Behold, the third time I am ready to come to you, and I will not be burdensome to you, for I seek not yours, but you. For the children ought not to lay up for the parents, but the parents for the children. So that right there, because your parents didn't lay up for you and set things up right for you, that's another thing to be blaming. You blame your parents, and as well as by extension you, or then the spirit that you put out is also to blame. So the fact that you don't have an easy life is, number one, primarily because of you, but then also it's just sometimes the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, and you're gonna be often did. All right, sometimes not, sometimes yes, but yeah, that's basically the thing. So the reason why, just to conclude, the reason why we're in this predicament, and the reason why it might seem like you don't benefit, is because at the end of the day, you are suffering because of what you did. Okay, there are people that get to that don't have to deal with as much trouble because they were trying their best to be righteous in their previous lives. There are a lot of killers. If you were a killer in your previous life, you're going to be a killer now. There are a bunch of people that that killed, and that's the spirit that they are in. There are people that gravitate more towards doing certain things, and that's because that was the life that they lived in their previous lifetime. Okay, there's nothing new under the sun, and that's in the same spirit that we're in, that we came in before, is the same spirit that we're in now. If you were a believer in YAHAWAH, you're going to be a believer now. All right. So with that, I pray this lesson was edifying. I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahawah, Shalom to my Akim Wakwafim, who are diligently waiting to be delivered from this final captivity, Abad Babal, and Shalom.